Welcome to Sleepy Tales. My name is Mateus, and before we begin today's story, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below saying, "I'll sleep well tonight." Now, sit back, relax, and let's dive into tonight's tale. It was the end of autumn and the leaves were falling from the trees, creating a beautiful tapestry of red, orange, and yellow. In the countryside, a family of 4 had just moved into an old, isolated house. The parents, Jack and Emily, were tired of the hustle and bustle of the city and wanted a peaceful life for their 2 young children, Jake and Lily. The first few days were idyllic. The family enjoyed long walks in the woods and picked apples from the trees in their backyard. However, things began to take a dark turn when they started hearing strange noises at night. Jack brushed it off as just the house settling, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. She noticed that items were missing, only to show up in strange places later on. The children began to have nightmares and refused to sleep alone in their rooms. One night, Emily woke up to find Lily standing at the foot of her bed, staring blankly at her. Emily tried to shake her daughter awake, but Lily was unresponsive. Suddenly, Emily heard a loud bang coming from the hallway. She got out of bed and slowly made her way to the source of the noise. As she turned the corner, she saw a shadowy figure disappearing into the darkness. Emily's heart was racing as she ran back to her bedroom and locked the door. The next day, Jack decided to investigate the strange happenings in the house. He discovered that the previous owners had been murdered in the house years ago. The killer had never been caught, and the murders had remained unsolved. Jack immediately called the police, but they dismissed his claims, citing a lack of evidence. As the days passed, the family became more and more terrified. They barricaded themselves in their bedroom at night and only left the house during the day. However, they soon realized that the danger wasn't just confined to the house. One evening, they were sitting in their living room when they heard a loud knocking on the door. Jack hesitantly opened it, only to find an elderly man standing on the porch. The man introduced himself as a neighbor and invited the family over for dinner the following night. Jack, grateful for the offer of company, accepted. The dinner with the neighbor, Mr. Thompson, started off pleasant enough. He regaled the family with stories of his youth and served them a delicious meal. However, as the night wore on, things took a sinister turn. Mr. Thompson started making strange remarks and seemed to know more about the murders than he let on. Jack and Emily grew increasingly uncomfortable and decided to leave. As they were getting ready to go, Mr. Thompson blocked their way to the door. He revealed that he was actually the killer who had murdered the previous owners of the house. He had been watching the family and knew everything about them. He had planned to kill them too, but had grown fond of them and couldn't bring himself to do it. Shocked and terrified, the family made a run for it. They ran as fast as they could through the woods, their hearts pounding in their chests. As they emerged from the trees, they saw the flashing lights of a police car in the distance. They ran towards it, shouting for help. The police took them to safety, and Mr. Thompson was arrested. The family never returned to the house and eventually moved back to the city. But the experience stayed with them for the rest of their lives. They never forgot the terror they had felt in that isolated house, and they never forgot the kindness of the stranger who had saved their lives. Thank you for listening to this bedtime story, and remember, if you struggle with falling or staying asleep at night, click on the first link in the description for the ultimate solution to your problem. Now, choose one of these 2 videos and continue on our journey in the world of bedtime stories.